Hey everyone, Skullman012291 here, and welcome to my next LP. As you can see on the screen right here, I am playing, or going to be playing, Grandia 2. It was a game released in the year 2000 by Game Arts, which is now defunct, I believe, because I think they got purchased up by somebody. I can't figure out who. And no, I didn't. And Ubisoft did play a role in this, I believe. What did they do? I think they were the developers, and Game Arts was the publisher. I think that's what I think. Yes, the release group of this game was Echelon. That really doesn't mean anything at all to this game. It's just someone that the people who ripped the game from the DVD, or CD actually, from the CD, and they put that little message up there. So you know what? Let's start this up. And I do have one file already. I've played through a little bit of a file, but I'm just going to do a new file, a new game, completely new. And we are now going to see the opening cinematic, and I will stay quiet for this part, so maybe you guys can kind of understand it a little bit. Maybe, maybe not. Probably won't. But it's starting. And welcome to the game that is called Grandia 2. I hope you guys enjoyed that little opening. So, in case you couldn't figure it out, this game, or at least from what that opening showed, there was a battle between light and dark. The light side being called, like God, his name is Granus, and the dark side, or the devil, and let's call him, is named Valmar. And the two of them fought each other, I forget how many years ago, but it was many, many years ago, and Granus defeated Valmar. And there was a lot of chaos set in the world, but it has since repaired itself. So that's all I'm going to say on that right now. Got a bird here. What's he doing? What is that he's holding behind him? I don't know. Just what is going on?
down, Sky.
Interesting. Okay. So we got ourselves a bunch of green dino-like enemies. And... oh, okay. So there was an explosion. And they all leave except one. Who then gets his ass kicked by this Ryudo guy. Just for some blue thing, I don't know. And the troops have returned.
Sky, over here!
I think he just killed himself. Oh, never mind. Sky just saved him. Good on him, I guess.
You know, I cannot take much more of this.
Quit your belly aching and fly, damn it!
Yeah, quit your belly aching and fly.
Whoa!
What a jerk of a bird. Seriously. What an evil bird. He had no reason to do that.
I finished the job, didn't I?
Yes, in your own crude fashion. Here, take your money.
Father, don't be rude. I'm so sorry.
Don't bother, I'm used to it.
I won't have you speaking to his kind. Come, we're leaving.
I cannot stand him. What a pompous fool.
It's work, not a barrel of laughs.
Well, well, you're growing up, Ryudo.
Ugh, if it weren't for work, I'd have nothing to do with that guy. But business is business.
She was a fine-looking girl, though.
I don't care for her or the kindness of strangers.
Doesn't care for her, huh? Well, we'll find out about that. We'll see. Maybe he means it. We don't know yet. But we'll find out. Maybe. Maybe not. We don't know yet. So where's he walking off to?
What is it, Sky?
Ryudo, looks like we have another job.
Looks like we have another job. La-di-da.
Hey, not already. I'm still sore from that fall. No thanks to you. Ouch! Okay, okay! Alright already!
Oh.
Good to have work, right?
Yeah, sometimes Ryudo can be a little bit of an ass. But, oh well. He's not supposed to be such a friendly character.
It says the Church of Granis wants to hire you as a bodyguard. So, working for Granis, huh? Now I really don't want to do it.
A job's a job, right?
Yeah, I guess you're right. That's what it means to be a geohound.
A geohound. Alright. And welcome to the game, everyone. I hope you enjoyed that, because now we actually get onto the actual game. So there are a couple of things that you can do here. Essentially, it plays out like a classic or typical RPG, except that this game series is different than some of the other ones, like such as Final Fantasy back in the day, because Final Fantasy, it's like you would take a couple of steps, you go la di da di 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 da, and then you would go into a battle against a couple of creatures. But in this game, you can go and run or walk as far as you want, and you could possibly not fight any creatures at all, because you're given the opportunity to see all the creatures or all the enemies where you're walking. It's kind of like it's like Final Fantasy 13 in a sense, but this obviously did it first. Okay, so let's just go save the game here. As you can see, I have one file here. It's the file that I was originally working on. Well, let's just go into a second file and save it here. So I don't know. Well, no, I guess that's pretty much that's that in terms of the enemies. Let's go pause for a second so I can show you the menu. So in the menu here, you have a couple of things that you can see here. For instance, you've got an item, you got a spot for items, which has like which is cut them into different categories. You got your recovery items, attack items, any spare weapons you have, any spare armor, any spare accessories, and any valuables. But since this is only the beginning of the game, you have only a couple of recovery items. And at the bottom of the screen, it tells you what each one does. So for instance, this wound salve restores 400 health, so that's always good to have. This one restores 200 health, this one cures poison, and this one is, like in, let's just, in terms of kind of comparing it to Final Fantasy, this is like a Phoenix Down. But unlike a Phoenix Down, this restores fallen characters to their full health, not like where you use a Phoenix Down and it's like they're only given like 10% of their health. This restores their health back to back to the full point, which is pretty awesome. So we go on to the side. It's your equipment screen. We can see that you can get up to 4 characters at one time, and they each have some things equipped on themselves already. For instance, Ryudo here has a Geo Blade, which is his basic sword. He's got a leather jacket, bandana, leather leggings, and a leather brace. He has this spot open though, because there's a special item called mana eggs, in which these mana eggs effectively they're your way of being able to cast magic. Okay, it's not like in any sort of Final Fantasy game where it's like where people just start to learn magic just because they can or anything. You kind of have to think of it maybe like in Final Fantasy VII, with the whole materia thing, and where you place materia on a character, so like either on the weapon or on the armor slots, so that they can actually cast magic. This is kind of the same thing, except there are many different types of mana eggs, and some of them some of them give you different magic, the spells that you can learn. Well, some of them you can learn some new magic, others you can't learn any magic. You can learn different types of magic, and some of them overlap each other as well. So that's always a good idea. And you can equip a mana egg to one character and have that character use it sometime, and then you can remove it later on. But since I don't have a mana egg yet, see, when you hear this sound, it means that there's nothing else. There's no available things to equip. So in case of Ryudo, there's nothing else that we can equip on him. We go over to the status area. Is essentially just kind of seeing the equipment that he's got equipped and any skills that he may have. And quite honestly, I forget how you can obtain skills. I forget. But I'm sure we'll find out when the time is right, so don't worry about that. We then go on to move/magic. Now this is pretty interesting, or just slightly bit interesting, because the magic, as I said, is only given to players who have mana eggs equipped. So since Ryudo doesn't have a mana egg equipped, he doesn't have any magic. But each character does have their own special attacks that they have. So Ryudo can learn. He has 3 special moves that he can learn, and only one of them is unlocked, which is called the Tenseiken Slash. It's a good move. It's you know, it's pretty effective in boss battles, but personally that's when I would only use it in. I wouldn't bother using it in regular enemy battles, because that's just kind of a waste. And you'll find out why once we get into an actual battle. So bear with me here for a second. We go back down to magic. We have at the bottom side we have power up, which you can, when you select that, you can go through any character, and if you have enough special coins, which you can see on the bottom left half of your screen, you can see a bar that says special coins, magic coins, and gold. You need to look at the special coins area. Now you can see here that I have 100 SC, or special coins. And you obtain special coins and magic coins through various battles here. Like when you battle enemies and defeat them, you collect some special coins and some magic coins and some gold and experience as well. And once you obtain enough special coins and magic coins, you can then go. Then go and, I guess you could say, sell them, quote unquote, sell them, so that you can upgrade your special attacks here. Now you're probably wondering why these two are so high. The values that the special coins that you need are so high, as opposed to this one. Well, it's basically because you haven't learned these attacks yet. So for attacks that you haven't learned, they're always going to need a high amount of special coins. But once you learn them, the amount drops down to a pretty reasonable level. And then you can continuously level up a special attack or special move, provided that you have enough special coins. And the highest level that any sort of move can go, such as special attacks and magic, they can both go up to 5 stars. Once you reach 5 stars, that attack is considered maxed out, and you can't advance it any further, so you can do more damage. So we go back to this screen, we can go learn magic, but Ryudo doesn't have any mana eggs equipped, so that's unneeded. Learn skills, well, we don't have the means to do that yet, so that's why that's empty. So we go back out, we can go into skill equip, but we don't have any spare skills, so that's unnecessary to go through. You can go to config. As you can see, it's a Dreamcast picture because I'm playing this on Null DC, which is the Dreamcast emulator. The config is not really anything special. It's just your basic configuration, like sound. If you want to hold down the B button to dash or something, or the left trigger turns the screen left or right. I actually prefer that. Like when you press left, the screen turns left, and if you press right, or the right trigger, the screen turns right. I prefer that. Don't screw around with me, please. Thank you. Set AI. You can select this if you want to go into battles and not put in any sort of if you don't want to put in any commands yourself. You can have the characters just go out and do their own thing. Personally, I don't like doing it because I like to have control over what everyone's doing, and that's about it. So this is the pause screen. Hope you enjoyed it. Alright, I am just going to go back to this save portal here. Now you can see that there are two different options that I've got here. I have recover, which means it's like if you're low on health, or if you got hit, or you got attacked during some sort of battle, and if you're low on health, you can use the recover option to bring all your health back up to 100%. You have save game, which obviously saves your game, which I'll just do it again. And there we go. And no, I guess that's about it for this episode, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. We will be going into some actual battles in the next episode. So until then, this is Skullman 012291. Out.